Creamy spaghetti carbonara is a classic Italian pasta dish that comes together in only about 20 minutes. It combines smoky pancetta, egg yolks, and a little bit of heavy cream to create a luxurious sauce in just a few minutes. Here's our recipe for creamy spaghetti carbonara. Here we're going to slice batons of pancetta, and we're slicing them thick before dicing them. It's easiest to slice pancetta, or really any meat, when it's cold. That way it cuts evenly and doesn't get mushy on your knife. Cutting it into small cubes like this lets the fat render really quickly, and that fat is the basis of our sauce. It also lets the meat get super crispy, so you have delicious, chewy, crispy bites in your pasta. We're adding plenty of salt to our boiling water to add flavor right into the noodles. We'll cook this pasta just until al dente because it's going to finish later in the sauce. Finishing it in the sauce lets it absorb that last little bit of sauce, get really flavorful, and also prevents it from getting gummy and overcooked. We're reserving pasta water because it's an essential part of our pasta sauce. All the released starch from the noodles themselves will help emulsify the egg yolks, heavy cream, and bacon fat. Here we're separating 2 large egg yolks. You want to get most of the whites off because they're going to add too much water to our sauce. We're going to whisk the heavy cream and the yolks together before we add them to the sauce because the one tricky part of carbonara is not scrambling your eggs. Mixing the yolks directly into the heavy cream helps create a little bit of a barrier when it hits the hot pan. Starting with a base of extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to render the pancetta. All that means is releasing the fat and crisping up the meat. Thinly sliced garlic cloves add a nice bit of pungent garlic flavor and cook very quickly. Before they get too golden brown, we're going to add the pasta, which will cool down the pan. We're going to coat it nicely in that bacon fat. That'll help it slip around and get coated in the sauce. And here, that starchy pasta water. It's going to loosen the noodles and also start forming the sauce. We've reserved about a cup of pasta water, and you're going to use as much as you need. Sometimes the pasta is really thirsty and needs a lot to loosen up. Sometimes you need less. Now we're adding our whisked heavy cream and egg yolks. This is going to form the creamy base of the sauce. We're going to work quickly here because we don't want to cook those egg yolks separately. You see the sauce has already come together. It's so rich and creamy. Now adding plenty of cheese. Grated cheese is going to melt into the sauce quickly and add so much savory flavor. A pinch of grated nutmeg might be a surprising addition. You might usually use it in baking, but it adds such delicious, bright, nutty flavor here. Plenty of freshly ground black pepper here. Remember, this is bacon and egg pasta. You need plenty of salt and pepper. Be sure to get plenty of crispy pancetta in each plate. This is a really simple but luxurious pasta that you can easily pull together on a weeknight, but is fancy enough for a special evening in or even company. Be sure to subscribe below.